Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? We have an interesting case. Um, I forgot to VOD review two VODs last night, and both of them are Young Link versus Ness. So you guys can also enjoy each other's VOD reviews. We're gonna start off with Shiro, cause he sent his in first. He sent it like 2 days ago, and I've forgotten both times. So let's get into this. I believe this goes to game five. Why is this pause not on pause? It's K. Well, okay, okay, there we go. I was about to crash out. Yeah, I'm gonna mute this for now. When does the gameplay start? Okay, so first of all, as a Young Link, because I'm vibe reviewing for the Young Link, as a Young Link, you want to throw a lot of arrows and a lot of stuff at him, and you also somewhat outrange him with like forward air, but y'all are both pretty stubby. So you just want to keep him out of your zone and like keep him in like that 4-year distance. And when you're not, he is gonna get a lot of damage on you. That's like the very primitive, like basic thing. So here, I like this boomerang. Whenever you throw out this boomerang, there's two things you immediately have to think about. You can forward air it, but that means you can spend time to approach. He can jump over it, but he's very floaty. He cannot like if he jumps right here, he cannot like hit you whatsoever. And he's stuck in the air for a long time, so he either has to jump over it, he can't punish you for approaching, he hits it, he can't punish you for approaching, or you do a roll, or he does a roll, which he can't punish you for approaching, and that's like the perfect distance for you like doing there. Here, he might actually roll into boomerang, but like you can do it like short hop approaching there. So you force, or he can just shield, which also lets you approach. So you can like freely approach here. I don't even know why he's shielded in that position. You're just harassing him with arrows into boomerang. It's fine. Now, whenever he's on this platform, yeah, that's fine. This upper is fine. Just keeping center stage is very important. Another thing that's gonna be pretty important is Ness is pretty safe on shield, so do not expect to be able to punish that much stuff on shield. Your default thing will probably just be letting go of shield and walking away, because this frame data is freaking busted. And make sure I am live. I usually do this earlier, but cool, cool, cool. I'm live there. And I'm live here. Cool, cool, cool. I'm gonna have shorts open because apparently people are watching it. A lot of people are watching this apparently, which is cool. Yeah, you're just harassing him with arrow. He commits to a double jump, so he should, first of all, Steven should not have done this whatsoever. The moment you see this double jump, you know that he genuinely cannot do anything like in like a full hop distance for you. He cannot pressure you whatsoever. A down air, even if you full hop, will not hit you until you like starts full. Like genuinely, you're so safe to take so much stage control and start harassing him. The other thing is you can go to the side, and the thing is if you hit him on the side in this position, you can get like a like worst case scenario he hits you like 2 forwarders, and you have like a slight loss. Very, very slight loss. My YouTube, it's just not YouTubing. That's crazy. But if you do hit like a Nair or a forwarder here, it's actually really good for you. Or like even a Nair. Forwarder is probably the best option since you do outrange it. So you can either approach and then just throw out a forwarder, or you can, like throw out an up air, because up air beats out the down air, because your up air is decently big. There we go. It's finally loaded in. Instead, you're just like, I'm gonna throw a bomb, which that bomb doesn't even like really cover any of the options they had available to them. And then why are you upping? Yeah, don't do that. Now it's even. You didn't have much of a lead, but you did have a lead, and you lost it. Steven, I don't know what Steven's doing here. I don't know why he's going off stage. That's just a free opportunity to take stage control. Here, yeah, you're just harassing on the platform. Um, I wish instead of throwing stuff here, you want to like pressure like a forward air and stuff. Pressure with your presence, and then worst case scenario, you can like do like a run back turn around arrow if you realize you messed up or you got too close. Nice arrow. Yeah, you've kind of defaulted to arrow boomerang. Like it's 24 seconds in. I've seen you do that 3 times. And then you have the bomb. Bomb's actually not good here whatsoever. Um, like you can throw it at them off stage, but they have an absorb. So like yeah, generally just do not throw out the bomb. It's nice for like kill confirms and stuff, but like boomerang can also lead into the same kill confirms at similar-ish percent, and you don't risk them healing. Especially in neutral, don't pull out bomb. Am I getting view botted? Why do I have 20 viewers? What? That's crazy. Got hit by the PK fire. Yeah, that's gonna be this is an important interaction. And it's why in these like scrappy scenarios you can't like auto dash it because PK fire will also trigger on your projectiles. I don't know why you're down airing. So I don't know. Like it's okay to shield this time, but the moment you see that land, you should probably upbeat. And they're facing the opposite direction. But yeah, that could have just been a free uppy or free like up smash or whatever. Because I don't think Steven knows how to turn around grab. Um. Okay. So I mean, I need to watch your DI here. I need to see how you get hit here. Yeah. Don't throw out this bomb. See, I don't know what Steven's doing. I think y'all are both like hella panicking or something. Because this is the freest side magnet to heal from the bomb. But he mispositions, doesn't like really think about it. Does it hella late. Snare, I can understand. But you get punished because Nair is not that good in terms of like the range of it. And you get caught rolling into his face, which is really scary. You're going directly into the danger zone, and you're SCIing in, which you want SCI in and out. And then you do a god awful ear dodge, and then you get hit again, and you don't tech it. So a lot of this has been both for Steven and y'all are just kind of hitting buttons and very slow. I don't know if the connection was laggy or whatever, but this gives like a very laggy internet vibes. Um, and like I feel like a lot of buttons are being pressed without like being conscious of the spacing or it. Like Steven, for example, there's been multiple times where he's gone off stage when you're on the complete other side and he like did a really fucking dumb side magnet, like really dumb. Like it makes no sense unless he's trying to absorb the bomb, but you fucked up the positioning so badly. I don't know what to say about it. Yeah, he's putting himself in the corner. Here is like the freest like forwarder. If you dash in and do a short hop and you forward air like his feet area, he can't really do much about it. Instead, you throw boomerang, and you um throw forward it, and it doesn't hit them. The only time this forwarder actually hits him is if you delete it a little bit, or if you like straight up dashes in. But there's no really real reason to dash in. And if he is gonna dash in, it's gonna be like a jump forward. Like there's so much incentive for him to jump in this situation because he has a projectile coming in from underneath him. Um, and even if you guys fight a lot, I know you fought Steven a lot. He, especially based on just like his positioning and his movement, he probably isn't too comfortable with boomerang. Doesn't know like how you exactly threw it. Doesn't understand the angles, and that part's okay. But he's scared, so he's gonna try jumping. You have something coming underneath him. You're in his face. He's gonna try jumping over you, and he succeeds. And then you do another forwarder, which makes no logical sense. The only way that forwarder hits is if they double jump. But that would have been the worst fucking double jump ever. Yeah, and look, you're just giving up so much stage control. Approach. Instead, you are on the other side, and you let him back in. You let him back in. Oh, oh, nice damage. Yeah, look, he's just in the fucking corner again, and you did nothing to like encourage that behavior. Yeah, and you just mashed down there praying, and then okay, think about it. What does that down there cover? It covers them doing a short hop forwarder. And really not much else. Nothing else is like logical, or like generally good. I like the term generally good a bit better. Because they could approach you and then just stand still, but there's no reason for them to do it. It's a mix up that they haven't had any need to mix it up yet. And then what the fuck is that DI? Yeah, sir, you DI'd straight out. So whenever I mean like DI out, you DI'd in like the worst possible way to like survive that. That's the only reason you died. That shit should not be killing until like 70, maybe even 80. You harass him with arrow. Yeah, okay, think about this boomerang. Think about this boomerang. In this area, like, yeah, they jumped on here. But see, they jumped on this, and yet the boomerang doesn't hit them. What is this boomerang actually covering? You kind of throw it out. You need to be intentional about your projectiles. And the arrow. So you see him on this platform. He is floaty. He physically cannot get down here in time. This projectile also covers nothing. Then you arrow here. Finally, it covers something. Moment you see the jump, you're like, okay, his double jump's really bad, so I don't need to respect his double jump. Like, he can do it, but it's not like I'm gonna do like a smash jack in the air or whatever. So I can like catch him landing afterwards. So I'm like, okay, I need to respect him drifting in from this position and drifting out from this position. But if he drifts out, I know I can just arrow. His arrow is really freaking good and really freaking fast. So right now, I'm worried about drifting. So instead of this up air, you could have done like a double jump nair. And then afterwards, look, he lands on this platform, but you have been like just as well actionable. Like you would still be like in the very similar position, about to land. You're like, okay, well, we're in the same scenario. You haven't seen that he's dashing yet. Your reaction time's not that good. The moment you see him on this platform, you just want to cover him going in again. And you also want to respect him dropping down. And your nair lasts a while. So here, in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm a full hop, and then I'm a fast fall nair. And instead of dashing away, you would be in his face right now and probably hit him. Instead, you do this retreating boomerang, which like that's also good. It worked, but then you messed it up. You messed it up. And let's talk about why I messed it up. Let's go back. I need to watch this boomerang. Okay, here's why you messed it up. Instead of committing to your jump, remember, dashing, like, dashing here is less committal than jumping. A jump is more committal than a dash. Especially a Sunlink, because your dash is actually pretty good. And you travel faster on the ground. So instead of committing to your jump and then doing the forwarder, a higher percent you want to dash and then do the jump forwarder. And you have gotten a lot of damage. I don't think you have killed, but you have gotten some damage. And you have put them in a better position. Here, I don't really understand. Like, I guess I called you out for for you trying to land on him, but and that's just like another like there. I would much rather seen it like and it worked, but Nair's like way more safe, and Dare really only covers that particular area. I don't think Forder's like ever true there. I think he's too high a percent. Okay, so you give attack, and then look, you hit him. Congrats. But look, if he was slightly more to the right, you would you would have gotten hard punished, and then you could have gone like PK fired or whatever. And did you see like that drift? That was like almost your maximum drift. You do not need to mix up your drift sometimes. You like did a fully drift in down air, and you did the down air hella early because it does have some decent startup. So I knew the moment you're around that like platform height, I'm like, okay, he's falling down with a down air. Now Steven, I don't know what he's been doing. This whole set's been pretty weird so far. He's not looking at you. So he gets hit by this, he gets forward, and he lands back on this platform. He's been laying on this platform a fuck ton. This platform is your worst nightmare. Okay, but it's moving away. And the moment you see this jump, I'm not particularly sure if this boomerang will hit him whenever he hits full height distance. But here I'm like, okay, my forwarder, it has a sword. It's disjointed. I'm gonna throw out my forwarder in this general area. Hopefully do like a full hop. What happens here? What happens there? You did like an animation, and I don't know what that animation is. I re-grabbed it and then instantly went to toss it again. Yeah, you should start forward. You're focusing way too much on the projectiles. And like, who are you down airing? Like, I can react even if you land on me. See, if Steven held W, he can shield in time and like he can react to it and shield in time. He does a very gross PK fire in your face that you can up B, and then you whiff a move and you land and he calls you out for it. Well, it's not a call out. He just whiff punished, and then you lose. Um. Okay. There's a lot to process, so I feel like you're just focused way too much on the projectiles, and you're kind of just throwing stuff out to throw stuff out. You need to be more logical about when you throw your projectiles out. And I want you to use your sword and nair more in general. Um, Steven kind of just got away with going back to platforms, and he also got some insanely early kills because of your bad DI. I believe you also SD'd the first stock. So I'm gonna skip to let's see. You're okay. You're doing okay this game too. And I'm skipping ahead because I want to see if these issues are consistent or if there is change. You dash into the PK fire. Okay. Arrow, boomerang. Nice. Arrow. Okay, yeah, autopilot and throw out boomerang. That's good. There, you got dash again. Okay, that down here. I kind of like that down here. It didn't work out, but I liked it. Yeah, you're a little bit too close. And you got caught landing on them again. Well, he did down smash. Which, like, I get it. It's fine. It's a weird option for him to go for. The moment you see it, you can just input jump, though. And look, he put himself on the platform again. He put himself in the corner on that fucking platform. So here, you dashed back. And after this arrow, you're like, okay, this arrow, uh, if even if he instantly drops down, the arrow will just travel too fast. So here I'm like, okay, I need to make sure he stays in this area. So I need to respect drop down, drift in forward there. I need to currently respect him dashing off after this arrow. And both, what beats both? A forward air or an air? Because both are pretty active. Uh, your forward air is way more disjointed compared to your nair. But your nair, I believe, is more active overall. And if they jump over you, we don't really care so much because they're so floaty. It's a lot easier to punish that. Instead, instead of trying to keep them in this corner, you cover a jump. Um, this would also potentially cover dash in, but the thing is, you can't combo off of it. You can't punish him after this, so it's not like really worth it. You'd be better off just approaching a bit and keeping them in this corner. You hit this arrow, but see, it doesn't combo, and you do a really you misinput with up B, and now he has some control again. He has that agency back. You do another one of those max shift and down airs. Boom, arrow, 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 arrow. Yeah, homie, stop this. It's working, but stop it. You're just giving him max rage. You're trying to keep him you're keeping him in this corner, but you're not, and like yes, you are getting percent, but it's way more effective to just approach and keep him in this corner. Because eventually he will make a mistake and you'll actually get a kill. Right now, from these arrows, you're not gonna kill him, and you're gonna be more prone to actually dying. He misinputted with a taunt. He's just taunt. Yeah, I don't know why Steven's doing that. Um, he's just trying to get in your head. And look, finally, the moment you started approaching, the moment you use your sword, you got the kill. Steven, I don't know why he was taunting. That's just bad gameplay. Okay, so immediately I'm gonna criticize you. You have been really bad about this platform stuff. So if I see in this game that let's see what's the word. If I see that in this game you're still really bad at this situation, I'm gonna criticize the fact that you left the stage open. You should really be banning these stages because like the stage doesn't really matter too much. It seems like you want the big and open ones just to like spam projectiles, but that's like necessarily your main game plan. Your projectiles are to like combo and shit. Here you arrow, you harass them, but they get off that platform. Rising forward air doesn't really like it can cover a full hop jump from the nest, but nest is so floaty, bro. So there, you did another arrow into boomerang, and none of them covered the air. Like none of them covered the air. After the boomerang, just throw out boomerang, and then play those mind games. I'll see what option they do, and cover the one you think they're gonna do the most. And if you're not confident after you throw the boomerang, you can feint approach, which is where you hold W, and then you can just like immediately dash back. You can dash back and just see what they do, and then you can use that info for later. Here he finally got in. He got a forwarder. You did another one of those down airs. Sixer, sixer. Nerd. Thank you. I appreciate that. How are you doing? Boomerang, arrow, arrow, arrow. Yeah, you're just kind of hitting. You're just kind of throwing arrows to throw arrows, and then you walk into this arrow forwarder. That's never gonna combo ever. If you want to potentially get a hidden after this, you just go for a jab. Instead of that forwarder, you land as fast as possible and you jab. Why? Because if you hold jab, it will cover air dodge. 10 viewers? What the fuck? You're in the corner again, you roll in. You're near his danger zone. Now after this, look, he drifted in so you could be on a shield. Alejandro, nerd, thank you, thank you. How are you doing? Yo, nice damage. You get hit by that PK fire, that's unfortunate. You do another one of those down airs, it finally works. Am I getting view botted? Boomerang, that one's understandable. I like to stash back. You wanna go back in your zone. Yeah, you're kind of just throwing projectiles set to the boomerang instead of like watching what they do after. And they default to this platform. Here you do the same thing I went talking about earlier, where you approach. Um, and you do not respect a jump over you because of the jump. His jump is pretty bad, and his options to hit below him are not good either. So you respect like a drift in, drop down forwarder. You respect a walk off forwarder, and both of those can be covered by your own forwarder. Instead, you throw projectiles. You just right now he's just trying to make you tilted. That's the only reason he's jabbing. He's just trying to piss you off. Because you're not doing anything to punish this. And he gets back to basically center stage for free. I actually like that dash from Steven. Oh, he missed a punish on you? Yeah, I don't, his decision making's weird. Yo, nice frame trap. Amazing frame trap. And then here, instead of going for that dash shot, you stand. You should just like gonna up smash. Because up smash will be out down air and it covers for whichever drift they choose. Did they both? Did someone make like an all account just to call me in here twice? That's fucking hilarious. And I think they left after. Okay, bomb. Yeah, you're throwing bombs now. Okay, see, I like that forwarder. That forwarder is good. But you let them in again, and you're pretty close. You're a bit too close to this platform. You want to be further back. You punch that with up B, not back air. He's very small. The only way you can like hit a back air out of shield versus someone who is small like Ness is if you do it a falling back air. You get punished for that. Arrow, arrow. Yeah, you're literally just throwing stuff to throw stuff instead of thinking about it. You know, like they basically got in for free again, and now they're going back on this platform and he's trying to piss you off. But because you don't know how to do about it. You don't know how, and now he's back in. He's in center stage, and he actually got more damage than you. Because you're playing way too projectile -y. And shields usually beat the projectiles. And look, there's not like a single like moment of waiting. You're constantly hitting buttons. I think you waited a bit there, but now he's back on this platform because you don't know how to deal with it. Look, you're he doesn't care. He doesn't care. Your projectiles are good because you can pressure with them. Well, you're just kind of hitting buttons to hit buttons. Okay, you kill him. That's good. Let's see. Do they go back to this platform eventually? Oh, there's no platforms. Okay. This actually I like that down smash this time from them. And I liked that up smash. I think that was an up smash anyway. They're like pretty similar. They're both yo-yo moves. And now look, he's back in the corner, and he might go back to the platform. Yep, he's back on the platform because you don't know how to deal with it. You don't know how to deal with it. And now look, look. Now he has stage control. Now did he lose immediately because he was smashing smash attacks? Yes, but he's won the set already. I can tell you just from this gameplay and how you're playing, he wins the set. I'm gonna skip forward because he has you pissed, and he's abusing the fact that you have zero clue how to abuse that. And like, look, yeah, he punished down there, the full drifting down there. He got hit by it, but then he punished it. You're catching whenever you do hit him. You're usually catching him in the startup of his moves because he's going for pretty laggy moves. And now look, he's losing, so he defaults to this because you don't know how to deal with it. He doesn't commit to there. Yeah, that grab makes a lot of sense. You've been laning with shield, and now you're off stage with that bomb, and you die. Yeah, he is just pissing you off. I'm gonna skip to game 5, or like near the end of game 5 or game 4. Okay, you finally took him to a stage without Okay, let's go. Like PS2, I agree with. He doesn't have that stupid corner platform to hide on. And you see, you caught him in the startup. He was charging it up. Jump in, you drift away, and you caught him shielding after a whiffed move. You lost ledge invincibility, and he didn't up be fast enough. That was technically an SD from them. They could have recovered. Okay, so you get 3 stage bans. Yeah, no, yeah, You don't care about FD or small battlefield. Those are fine stages for you. Ban Kalos and ban Town. And guess what? He has that corner platform, and so he's gonna win this match. You actually, what the fuck? When did you get so much damage? Okay, I need to watch this. Boomerang, Forder, nice punish. He caught you in your Sarah up a boomerang. He caught you shielding. Nice, you didn't hold W. There you could have done a back air 1 into like F smash or like up smash, or even up B. Ooh, damage. And he tried side magneting, but I don't know why Steven would ever side magnet there, because you have not really been throwing that many bombs off stage. Like you had a bomb, but you haven't really been throwing them off stage. And he can just react. He can react to the toss. He doesn't have to do it preemptively. Genuinely, no reason to side magnet there. Genuinely. Nice. I like this dash back. You're taking back control center. You're making sure you do not get reversaled and off stage. These bomb placements are I don't really like. I don't know why you went back off stage. The bomb actually messed you up. I think you might potentially get the kill there. And if after he does a rising nair, just up smash. Just up smash. It's really laggy. Now falling nair on shield, you can't do jack crap about. And now you're going back to defaulting to platforms. And now he's like, okay, I'm on platform. But and then you finally throw out your sword. Once again, like every time you throw out your sword in his face on the platform, generally it's pretty good for you. And it's been working out. I still can't believe two people went in here just to call me a nerd. Does my sibling, do my siblings have alt accounts or something? After that, you can also up smash. I think maybe you'll air dodge, but you haven't done it before, so you do a full drift in down air. If you're not fully drifting with something, you bury forward air in air. Okay, now you're in danger zone. What the fuck was that? Okay, you called out your rolling because you've been doing that a few times. Now look, this blue line shows your DI. You went up and down, and look where it launches you. And what goes up and it goes out. Worst possible DI, and you die. Like if you did like if you DI'd up and in, you would have probably survived. So yeah, you lost your big lead. And now look, you've already taken 50. This is percent you died last time. You almost get punished for that bad down air again. You could have just back aired you. And like now it's going back to platform. And let's see how long it takes for you to do a sword attack. Despite you being rewarded every time you swing your sword in this area, or not being like directly punished, let's see how long it takes for you. You didn't do it. And now he's back in a comfort position. Full drift in, and then the here's the other tell that you're doing down here is after you're above them, you stop drifting. And I'm like, okay, yep, he's going for down air because he doesn't want to nair directly on top of me. There's only one move he wants to do directly on top of me, and that's down air. And look, he's going back on this platform. You're mad. Let's see when you swing this sword. When do you swing? Okay, here I like that forward air, except you're covering a jump, and you can like react to a jump. You don't really need cover a jump yet. Because he's very floaty. You need cover like a dash in or like a drop down. Nice. But you're taking so much damage. Look, that time you drifted back a little. I think you're trying to call out a dash, but like you did basically the same thing I was talking about earlier. And look now, he's going back to that platform. He's giving up stage control. Swing your damn sword. Look, you're arrowing the other direction. Okay, you finally kill him with another. You did another down air. Okay, that's the first time you not roll in. They got the grab. Nice, you got the bomb. They weren't close enough to properly ledge trap you. You're just throwing projectiles out in the corner, and you do the same down air, and at least you die. And look, he's going back on the platform. He's giving up stage control. Let's see if you swing your sword. Nope. And look, now he's back on stage. Now he's going back off. Look, now he's in a way better position than he was in the first place. because he's giving up stage control, and you're just like shooting shit to shoot shit, despite it not really covering any of his like options. Uh, like there's no pressure behind them, so he doesn't really care about them. He got more stage control than he ever gave up in the first place, and now there you could have like if he because you've been shooting a lot in that position, so you could have done like a turn and grab. Or you could have like read the shield drop and gone for like a PK fire or something. He gets caught in the startup of the PK fire. Oh, you got some damage. Okay, and now he's back in that area that he's been camping in. Hey, once again, you're throwing stuff to throw stuff, and you didn't respect the drop down. And now look, he has center stage again. He got more stage than he ever gave up. And like he did that full jump in down air. Another full drift in down air. That time with a short hop. And this time he punishes you. Boom. And you died the worst way possible. So, first of all, if you want to get out of PK fire, you SDI out of it, and generally you SDI up. But the DI for the bat is different than the SDI for the PK fire. So if you're like in the center of it, you gotta just like respect it. You gotta respect it, and you gotta like eventually DI in. It can be very tricky, and there is some mind games. Cause if they charge it up, I might be able to SCI out in time to not get hit by the charged up bat, but my SCI is not good enough to get out and and avoid the uncharged bat. So there is some things to keep in mind, but every time you're just SCIing out and DIing out. Stop calling him a nerd. You know you're just calling him a nerd because you guys aren't smart and he's smarter than you. Thank you. I appreciate that. But personally, I know they mean it as an insult, but I take it being called a nerd as a compliment. Because I am one. I am a nerd. Hello, Daxton. Welcome on in. And I wouldn't say I'm smart. Um, like I don't know. I don't think I'm the brightest tool in the shed. There's just like an area I'm generally good at, and I've dedicated some time to getting good at. Like this is not like from this stuff is not instinctual. This stuff I learned. Okay, W. Let's go. Um, and the another thing I've noticed, Shiro, is that you just constantly throw out projectiles just to throw them out. Your projectiles, you're not me gunner. Your projectiles do not do the pressure for themselves. They need your presence in order to actually do stuff. Doesn't matter if it's bomb, it doesn't matter if it's arrow, it doesn't matter if it's boomerang. They all lose their shield. They need your presence to do stuff. And the frame data on the projectiles, it's not like you can have like 3 tilt rockets out at the same time and then throw a bomb. You generally have a boomerang out, and then maybe you can throw an arrow or two out. But you cannot cover all the options that they can do. You need your presence there to cover a majority of them. Instead, you're just throwing arrows, hoping they do something. This guy was purposefully taking arrows just to piss you off. And I think that's the biggest thing. You did not ban Kalos or Town and City, and this guy, like, the main reason he was winning is because he didn't know how to deal with the platforms. Now, he didn't get much damage off of camping on those platforms. In fact, he was low-key BMing, which is like throwing a bit on purpose, but he was doing it to piss you off. And it worked. It worked. You started pressing the B button even more. And you saw multiple occasions he'd give up some stage control. He'd be in the corner, like corner-ish, not like center stage, and then he'd go to the platform. You'd get pissed off. He'd hit you away from it, or you would run away and shoot arrows, and you're like, okay, I get center stage. and that's the reward. That's good for him. You don't want to get edge guarded. I think the PK fires and like killing yourself at 50 because you didn't DI properly is probably like the biggest turning point, and I think it also made you really tilted. But yeah, you could survive majority of those, if not all of them. And yeah, just be more conscious about why you're throwing out buttons, and remember that you need to be there. You need to be there. Now, let me check chat real quick. I asked about that for 45 minutes. Now, guess what? Guys, it's going to be very exciting. We get to go to another VOD. It's going to be so fun. This time, we are VOD reviewing Ness versus Young Link. Let's go. There's going to be no volume for like the first 2 minutes because I forgot to record volume. This person gave me a replay and then I recorded it. Uh, Min Min versus Robin. I might watch that after stream. But yeah, generally, I don't think this Ness is spreading a platform camp to piss you off. Oh, actually, I forgot. You're the Ness this time. Okay, platform camp to piss them off. Okay, for real though. For real though. Well, let's be for real though. Instead of you trying to keep them out, you are trying to get in. And you're trying to deal damage. You're trying to ledge trap them and edge guard them. Um, you have to respect arrows and respect that forwarder, but otherwise, y'all are like very similar in terms of like stubbiness. And in fact, like his snare, which is like his best move in my opinion, you actually outrange because Nair is literally just as body. Let's see, PS2, fine stage, fine stage. You approach, you took Nair, and you went, okay, let's see what they do. And you held shield for a bit, and you saw that they're on this platform. That's fine. You went underneath the platform. You probably want, yeah, you based off the jump, you probably want to do like an up air or something. Instead, you get reversaled a tiny bit. Now they have more stage control than you, not by much, but you not keep them on their side of the field. And now they got center stage, and they have this boomerang. It's actually like going at a really awkward angle. But you land a PK fire, and that's good. You caught a jump. So now here, you can combo them, you can go for an up air, but watch this boomerang. Watch this boomerang, be careful with it. It doesn't hit you, fortunately. And then they went for a down air, and they got hit by a single part of it, and you zero death. Which, and I don't know what they did off stage to get themselves killed. I think they might have been able to live, but I think they did like a dumb air dodge. Now, you might be like, why didn't you pop off? I'm sorry, but I watched this VOD while I was recording the replay, and that was whenever I freaked out. That was insane. I think that was a very good advantage state and a very good call out. Pretty greedy, but hey, you gotta keep mining until you hit diamond, and there you found diamond. This game should be in the bag, but it's not losable, and as we'll see, they will unfortunately lose this game. And let's find out how. So first, you shield it and then instantly let go of shield. The only reason like you would really like shield there in the first place, is if you're trying to parry something. There's no incentive to. It's way easier to parry. If they grab you at 0, you don't really get punished that much. You don't get rewarded that much. So honestly, you should probably just like turtled up there. Instead they like mess up their combo or whatever. You get hit by the second part of the back air. It doesn't matter. You can just eat both hits. Even if they can only do bare one, and they have slightly more frame data, worst thing that happens, you get grabbed. If you turtle up. You can turtle up until it starts showing that the fact that they know how to punish people who turtle up. And here, they reset to neutral, and they are center stage. That PK fire barely misses. You get by bomb, nair out of shield. You jumped into that boomerang. You dashed into that bomb. Nice dash attack. They have no jump. And here, I like you going to the side. Because if you throw a back air here, while they drift to the left, you will beat out you'll beat out a nair, like you'll outrange it. You can get some extra damage, and so you won't do that. That's okay. They throw out arrow. See, there's no pressure behind them. Now this boomerang has some pressure behind it, but those two arrows did not. And they trade with the PK fire, and they run away. So now they're in the corner. Now you should be asking yourself, how do we keep them in the corner? And shooting into nair, perfect. There you should wait a little. If you wait a little, you can react really well because you can react to rolling and do a grab. And the forward throw is perfectly fine here. It gets less damage from PK fire, but you can just react to the rolling and do that. And if you see them roll away, then you can like throw out the PK fire on reaction or whatever. The only thing that PK fire covers is the instant option, uh, roll towards you. Like they instantly pick the fact that they want to roll towards you. Nice nair out of shield. I don't think they can roll that far, but I like the idea. No, yeah, they throw out two projectiles and they did nothing to cover that jump. That jump was really good. Now here, they are in lag from the throwing that boomerang, but not enough for you to get punished here. So instead, you can either dash away, you can continue shielding, or you can jump away. Or I guess you can go to the left, but going to the left here is not very intuitive, because then you also might have to deal with that boomerang later on. Instead, you turtle up, and then do a lag gear option on your shoot. Here, you can do a dash down or a drop down into like back air or nair. Instead, you jump perfectly fine. And you do a weird PK fire. This Youngling's SDI is pretty good. Here you pick the same option, you turtled up, and perfect. You didn't get punished for that, you reset back. I don't blame you for getting it for that down bomb. It was a good option from the Youngling. They caught you jumping, and then they did a weird down air. Up smash, they called you out for dropping down. That's not an option you generally picked, but every other time they were underneath you, they like were an advantage. So that was like the main difference there. You thought you could punish their down air, and you couldn't. Here and there, you flickered your shield, but you don't get punished. You fall out of forward too. Nice punish. And now here, they've done so many down airs. I'm just respecting down air now. I haven't seen much nair from them, so I'm like, okay, they're not really nairing that much. I'm not really scared of nair. So nair, out of my head. Down air, hella in my head. There we go. We saw nair. Like forward air was covered basically more area. It's just like the nair is slightly more active. Now here, instead of swinging here, because those swings will like never hit him, here you place a lead trap with like yo-yo. Nice, we punish the down air. Nice damage from the young link. You try nearing out a shield. Uh, not only is Frame DS like very good on Shield, it's actually very hard to actually get a punish. They just like had poorly spaced moves early on, and that's the main reason you're able to punish stuff out of Shield. But like they're spacing stuff way better, so you just accept like you gotta drop Shield and run away. They didn't cover anything to actually punish where you were. Yeah, so even though you're turtling a lot and you stay turtling somewhat, they just didn't respect that option. You can't like directly punish them for this. Like, look, they're actionable after. It's like their frame is very good, but you got out of the area and boom, you land back here. Now here, I actually like the side magnet a lot. I believe it might cover, it might hit or roll in, or just like a neutral tech, but they roll away. So here, in this situation, you want to keep them in this corner. Because if you can hit like a forwarder or two on them, then they're off stage and you can kill them. So here, instead of pushing forward, I want you to drift back and forwarder. And see, look, drift back forwarder might have let you hit this young link, but instead you held W, you overextended, and you didn't really need to. And boom, you didn't respect the down air, you get punished. And they go for an up smash. Yeah, so far you got really hard punished for overextending and not punishing that down air. And you auto canceled your PK fire. Arrow, bomb, nice punish for the young link. You're at 0, so they don't really care about you absorbing it. There you try punishing out of shield again. Instead you just got turtle up or get away. Because their friend is really good on shield. And see here, they're harassing, they're throwing stuff to just throw stuff. And here you get in. Yeah, now you have to respect a jump in, them like just going straight to the ledge, or them going low and upping. This PK fire actually doesn't really cover any of them. The only thing it actually covers is them dropping down and then jumping back on stage with like a boomerang. And they're so close that I wasn't confident that the yo-yo would hit. If you know the yo-yo's not that second yo-yo's not gonna hit, then you can charge like an up smash, or you can just hold shield. Side magnet doesn't like it keeps you in the air, but you don't really want to be in the air right now. You walk into that. You get hit by bomb. You didn't hold your shield. Bomb. You get hit by another bomb. You jumped into that. You get hit by boomerang. You whiff an up smash. You whiff another up smash. You almost jumped into that boomerang, and then you get caught by forwarder. So that was a lot of jumping, especially whenever you're panicking. Your default should be staying on the ground. Why? Because you're floaty as fuck. And their scary options are all in the air. The only thing that can really kill you in this matchup is forward air and down air. And forward air is the big one. And it's a lot harder to like deal with. So you gotta respect the forward air and you gotta stay way more grounded. Your default for doing a projectile is a jump, which doesn't really deal with them. I also think you side magneted in like really awkward times. And like you didn't magnet a single like bomb, and that part's okay. But you try to magneting multiple projectiles. I think overall you just gotta watch the screen and watch the paths they're going because you jumped into multiple projectiles. I think like other than that, I think you played very well. There's just a couple times you overextended, um, and that like made sure you lost the set. Like the combination of those lost you the set. If you didn't overextend, if you kept them in the corner, and you didn't get hit by all those stray projectiles that you jumped into, and like stayed more grounded, it would have been a much different game, especially after that zero death. I hope this helps. I'm gonna end stream. I'm gonna play some Mega Chameleon with the family. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope this helps.